All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. Today we're going to be talking about one of Mr. Organic's latest videos on his channel. And no, it's not the video that he dropped yesterday. That video was pretty much clickbait. The thumbnail and the title of the video was clickbait. He said, "Bring in my Lamborghini to Switzerland." That Lamborghini ain't going nowhere but the dealership, all right? That Lamborghini was a lease. But before we get into it, folks, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Also, smash that like button. Just do it right now. It only takes a quick second, and it's absolutely free, folks. So go ahead, smash that like button, and then subscribe to the channel. By the way, shout out to 1000 HP Media. He just dropped a video 3 hours ago. Mr. Organic is cap. So 1000 HP Media is back. I actually got to go check it out. I just noticed this right now. But yeah, Organic dropped 2 videos, or at least at the time of this reaction video, because this reaction video will probably be up on the channel tomorrow. Before this one, the tall guy video will probably be out. So if you guys haven't seen the tall guy video that we dropped, definitely go check it out right now. But this man Organic is cap, all right? I don't know why this man loves to lie. He said he bought this Lamborghini for $340,000 a year ago. None of his cars he paid cash for. All right, this Lamborghini is a lease. It was leased for 1 year. That seems to be the case pretty much with all the cars on his channel. I just don't understand why he cannot be upfront and honest and transparent with his viewers, his supporters, and subscribers. Like, why is that such a difficult task? Remember when he was in the Malibu mansion, he said he bought that mansion? I'm sure you guys saw that viral clip on the Fresh and Fit podcast where that girl called him out. He was trying to degrade her, and she called him out. She said, "Show me the deed." Organic never, ever showed that deed because he never owned any of these properties, never owned any of these cars. Everything is a lease, and now he's broke. All right. Now, we actually captured this content about a year ago, and a lot of you were like, "Oh, Organic buys all his cars. What are you talking about?" His Lamborghini, this is it right here, folks. This is a 2021 Lamborghini Urus. It's $37.45 per month. And he got on live and denied it all day long. This car is a lease. All right, that Ferrari was a lease. If you guys haven't checked out the video that we dropped like 2 or 3 days ago, probably like 3 days ago. If you guys are watching this video right now, the last video we dropped, yeah, would probably be like 3 days ago, something like that. Definitely go check it out because I show you guys the listing for the Ferrari. It's currently available for sale, I think in Texas. I think it's in Texas, something like that. And it's like $300,000. So I think Organic actually got it for a much higher price. So it's right now, it's actually a little under $300,000. And if we shared the Carfax, and it shows it being a lease. Organic has been leasing these cars. There's nothing wrong with leasing the car, but he lies. He cannot stop lying. And you guys trust this man enough to invest whenever he's he's doing one of these promotions for these crypto coins, these pump and dump coins, which none of them exist now. Parma token does not exist. Go Google it. None of the social media profiles for Parma token exist anymore. There was one called FIFA Trillionaire, doesn't exist. These companies all just magically disappeared. So I'm thinking there's got to be a reason why Organic just up and disappeared and went to Switzerland. Like, people don't just up and go and say, "Hey, I'm just going to go move to Portugal today." It's pretty odd. He just left everything behind and just jumped and went to Switzerland. That's not normal, folks. And it's not like as if he's going on vacation. Because that's what Tall Guy and Jasmine are doing. They're acting like tourists, or they are tourists in all these countries, and they're showing you guys around all these monuments, historic places, things like that. Organic is just like, he's actually wanting to move there permanently. So there's got to be a whole story behind this. All right, and it's also kind of fishy who that other guy is. Like I said, we have a couple possible identities, but you can't quite see his face. It's pretty bizarre because Organic doesn't want to show you guys his face, but he still records them. Like, if the guy doesn't want to be on video, then stop recording that guy, because it seems like you can never get a good look at his face. You see everything else. Like, there's a couple people that Organic is following that sort of match that guy's like physical description. But again, I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh, I think that's the guy," because it could not be that guy. I just want to be 100% sure. But that Urus, That thing is going back, folks. That thing was like a 1-year lease, just like all these other cars. Organik has just been, he's been like stable, I think, mostly through the crypto stuff because he was promoting all these pump and dump coins. Now you guys don't hear him talking about Volt Inu. Like, what happened to Volt Inu? What happened to Parma Token? What happened to Rumble Trader? You know, that was his game, right? Rumble Trader. How come we never hear about Rumble Trader anymore? It's just something real fishy going on. And now he's just doing confessions. Like, all his content is a bunch of confessions. But let's check out the video that he dropped, because I was like, this is interesting. We might actually skip around. I'll probably just skip around. I'll start where I think he's actually doing some talking, because most of the time it's just a bunch of rambling diarrhea. But let's check this part out.
Look at this hill. Look at that hill up there, man. I don't know how to zoom in on this thing. I gotta figure that out. But look at that beautiful countryside hill, man. That boy living in a whole other galaxy, man. Who doing it like a 3 man? That boy crazy. But great workout, sat in that sauna. Man, listen. Like I try to tell y'all, brother. I can't sitting there with naked dudes and jacuzzis and cold plunges.
Give amazing.
It's not my thing, man. I just refuse. It might be, you know what I'm saying? It might be, I don't know what it is. I can't never do that one, brother. Never had that.
I gotta tell you guys, he's looking real rough out here. This man is not like, he's not looking his normal way, the way we're used to seeing him on video in Los Angeles. Like, he just looks like, he looks down bad. This man is now walking to the gym and walking back to his house. Like, this man doesn't even have a bicycle, a scooter, let alone a car. Like, get yourself at least a scooter or a bicycle or something. It's looking real bad for you right now. This is the guy, mind you, that said next year, like for this year, because last year he said this year, meaning like in 2022, he said in 2023, I'm going to be the billionaire. I'm going to be just like Kanye West and Jay-Z. I'm going to be one of the greats like that. And I don't know. This doesn't look like it's a great job so far. Looks like you're living in the trap side of Switzerland. Just like pay attention to the surrounding area. But again, this man is walking back and forth. Not even an Uber. Wow.
Straight up. I can't do it. Never will do it. Ain't gonna do it. Cause I got to get a cold plunge, a little cold too, a nice little tug thing. And I came out the sun, I was sitting down, I was like, I'm gonna get this cold plunge for the first time. You know, I said, oh, look at the Durango move, man. Okay, the Durango's out here and all that. I'm not gonna jump in this thing, man. Let me get to the next level of understanding with the next level of the rehabilitation and the oneness of the world type. Man, as I'm about...
He's complaining about the gym. There's many gyms in Switzerland. There's like gyms just like anywhere in any other country. In the U.S., you pay a premium if you want something a little bit more exclusive. What he's describing is almost something along the lines of like a public gym, like at a community center, where there's just a bunch of men, like I guess showering in one area. Like, if you claim to have all this money, all this wealth, there is multiple places where this man can go and have some more exclusive, like some kind of privacy. I mean, it's not going to be 100% private, but it's going to be a little bit better than what he's used to. But just more of him whining. This is Mr. Millionaire, Mr. Billionaire, soon to be billionaire.
Go in there. Nigga jumping at my old dude, jumping at my pure booty, stinking, funky naked, man. Look at this dude right here. Look at this dude jumping there. I said, damn, I can't do that one, man. I can't be bathing with other men's juices. I want to do that with a woman, necessarily. That I don't know, and I'm not lying to any woman. I'm lying to myself on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I do that with a woman quick. Anyone that I'm on 40K with, but yeah, it was like, nah, I ain't tripping. I can't do that one. So I couldn't get in there. But
let me find out what the title. Yeah, this video is about why I'm never coming back to America. So far, he hasn't even talked about that. Man, this boy just be talking and talking. It's just like verbal diarrhea, just like tall guy doing these like speeches.
It's about 50 degrees right now. Not too hot, not too cold. Just enough to walk and feel kind of bold. You know what I'm saying? Great workout, great workout. Got to hit the heavy bag today.
This man literally wants to talk about his workouts. Nobody gives a shit about these workouts. People want to know the real truth. Why are you suddenly in Switzerland? Like, it's not like he's a tourist there. It's just really odd.
I said I like to add that to my workouts. I always got to be ready for war and times of peace, man. Y'all always got to be a machine ready for war, man. Y'all got to take that serious. I need y'all to take that a little more serious. You got to be ready to crush something when it's time to crush something. You hear me? So let me put this in. I think I know where I'm going, but I kind of don't, but I don't. So it's this way. You know what I'm saying? I remember this thing over here. I remember this Bronsterstrasse. Man, big Switzerland, man. That's a tree in Switzerland right now, y'all.
If you guys actually look at the buildings, like the buildings that, or like the vicinity he's in, those like building complexes, they're like, these residential complexes are sort of like a garden style. If you guys don't know what garden style is, they're like normally like only a couple floors, like 3-4 floors, no elevator, no amenities. So they call it a garden style. That looks like the vicinity he's in, which normally, if you guys know anything about garden style apartments, they're usually pretty cheap. Very cheap because, again, they have no amenities. And that's just the way for the residential community to lower costs, lower overhead. So this is why they carry that cheaper price onto the residents. So that right there tells me that, because you can clearly see there's not a lot of high-rise properties around. So this is how you're able to figure things out. And if you look at the street signs, you'll be able to determine what city in Switzerland it's in, what canton. And it's pretty simple. I mean, he's already showed you guys what the apartment looks like on the inside, but this is like a $2,000 to $3,000 apartment. All right, that's like pretty much what the average Joe is able to do already. Most of you guys that are watching, depending on where you live, you're probably paying like $2,000 a month for rent. The rental market is a little bit too high right now across the board. But most people on average are already spending like $2,000 on rent with utilities. Some people are paying a lot more than that. Some people are probably paying like $3,000. And that seems to be the average for where he's at, or the vicinity that he's walking throughout. So this man is not even like above average at this point. Like something is like not adding up. Either that, or he just wants to maintain this low profile because somebody's investigating him somewhere, somehow. Because you got to remember, he was promoting all these pump and dump coins, which is it's become a hot mess. If you guys look at Meet Kevin and Graham Stephan and a bunch of other guys in the financial community on YouTube, they're all being sued in a class action lawsuit for their roles and promoting these different crypto coins. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna start cracking down. And that Lamborghini raffle, by the way, almost forgot, that Lamborghini raffle, that Aventador that he was giving away, he claimed the winners were Cameron Blowsfield and Antonio Gaywood. If no one actually won that Lamborghini, that is wire fraud. All right, that's a felony. So Organik is like, I think there's something real fishy going on. For that man to just up and leave like that to Switzerland, there's got to be a real story behind it.
Look, I hope you understand that. Watch it. Let's show you something. I'm going to grab you something right here. Watch it. I think it's bombarded with embarrassment. I like that tree right there. I look real cultured. That tree right there. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm loving it, man. Every day, it's another adventure. Every day, it's another memory. That's what it's all about, memories and legacies, man. You want to add that up in your book of blessings. When it's all said and done, what's your memories and what's the legacy left behind, man? Mean nothing but legendary in its health and wealth. And like I said, y'all watching me build a whole new attachment to Mr. Organik. You know what I'm saying? I'm becoming bigger, better, bolder, more defined, more refined. Y'all gonna see, man. Y'all gonna see. When this play out, y'all gonna be amazed at the greatness. Y'all gonna be amazed and astonished what I made for myself and y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all the way. You know, this is how you do real passport work, man. This ain't out here. Am I feasting on the lands? Of course. The women love 3 of them all over the globe, man. I got some bodacious, legendary pieces I got out here already. But that ain't the focus. You know what I'm saying? My dick don't stay damp now. That's the God in me, man. I'm a beloved individual, man. The dick don't stay damp, man. They don't like their bikes up here, man. They don't do none of that. Ain't no crime here, man. The safest and wealthiest country in the world, man. Hope you understand that, man. Do what I want, how I want, when I want. All right, man. If I eat this food, give y'all some more talking, man. Straight up. Just keeping it cordial, man. Day in the life of the garden in Switzerland. Damn. And the ones that think I'm playing, man. Mailbox, man. For the ones that think I'm playing on 3 of them, man. It's my mailbox. It's my crib. Back at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Legendary, you understand it?
Like I told you guys, that apartment has no bedroom. It's literally like, I mean, it looks like a living room, a restroom, and a kitchen. It looks pretty small. Like, if I had to guess, that's probably like 5 500, maybe 600 square foot. Looks around that range, 500 to 600 square feet.
You know, got me a little gyro, lamb meat, with some fries, you know.
This man went from eating at Nobu. You guys remember when he used to go to Nobu and all these like upscale restaurants in Los Angeles? Now he's eating gyro and Subway. And he's actually been complaining about the prices. He said that he spent like $30 on Subway. And you can see when he pulled out his phone, you can see the Apple Pay account. It showed like a balance of like $100. Like, this man is not looking good for him. Either that or he's just making it look like that. He's making it look like he's like I said, maintaining a low profile for, I guess, I don't know. Maybe there's people really looking into him.
Traditional Switzerlandian meal. Eating on veal. No, I'm gonna say veal is my favorite meat. So this is a veal gyro, man. Made out of fresh veal, young calf meat, man. You know what I mean? Young calf meat, man. So this is a fresh gyro to chew upon, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman be chewing on like gyro meat. You understand? One thing I learned that I can't understand about the world. For one, this meal, fries, drink, this gyro, about $23, so about $25, $26. It's cheaper than Subway, by the way.
Damn, he's still talking about the prices. He said this meal cost him $27. It's cheaper than Subway. When have you guys ever seen Organik talk about how much he spent on food like that? Like, when you're talking about how much you spent about food is starting, that's like a sign that, all right, man, his bank account is getting weaker or something.
But way better. But every meal just let you know you're coming out 25 ball minimum. I don't care what you eat, man. I don't care if you get a handful of goddamn Skittles. I'm coming off that 25 piece on fruits. But listen, the rent workout. We should be putting that work, putting in that pain. I'm gonna live my life, man. So free. Man, feels so good.
When are we going to get to the confession part? Like, I thought he said, well, I'm never coming back to America. He hasn't talked about that at all.
But yeah. So yeah, when I go back to LA, whenever I do go back to America, once I take care of my stuff in my house, my cars, I still got my Lamborghini, still got my slingshot. When I get back, I'm selling them. I'm definitely selling the Lamborghini.
How can you sell it when you don't own it? You don't have the title to that Lamborghini. That Lamborghini is a lease. Same thing with all these other cars. They're all leases. You can find out. And the Lamborghini is actually cheaper now than when he got it. Remember, he got that Urus right in the middle of the pandemic. So the prices were a lot higher. Now they're a lot lower. So even for the idiots, they're like, oh, well, he can buy it out and then he can sell it. No, then he would sell it at a loss.
I gotta buy it for it. The slingshot, I might just keep it. You know what I'm saying?
He said he got a buyer for it. He did the same. He always got like some weird ass story when he doesn't want to be transparent and honest with you guys. He's always going to use that excuse. I got a buyer for it. You didn't have a buyer for the Ferrari. You didn't have a buyer for the Rolls Royce. You took them to a broker, and the broker basically put them on the open market, and you can see everything. You can just run the plates on their car on any website. I don't want to bore you guys because I kind of showed you guys this a couple different times. So this is why in the last video that we did, I just took you to the dealer's website and showed you guys that Ferrari and then the Carfax. But it seems like all these brokers, they just pick up the car from him for a much cheaper price. They probably detail it, do some minor maintenance to it, and then they just throw it on either in the auction or on the open market with other dealerships. Like, I would think Organik would know this shit, but Organik is clearly an idiot.
I'm gonna just keep it. I got a service out there that's gonna rent it out for me during the summertime and spring. So I make me some money while I'm gone. You know, I just love it. So whenever I do come back, I just jump on that thing, drive around. And it's so simple to me. If I go to any city or the state, I can get that boy shipped out there during the summer, springtime. When I do come to America and drive it around, that'd be cool. I'm saying? I don't take much to do that. So I'm just masterminding my freedom. I should love being free. Like having so much more money, like I can play with. Like that's what dope too. Instead of having all them bills, paying $50,000 a month, $30,000 a month for all this stuff, and then forget all that. I can buy cool clothes, buy watches, build up my.
But I thought you were a billionaire. I thought when you're a billionaire, money is not a problem. Why is he talking about, like, the way he's sounding right now? He sounds like money is a problem. But if you're a billionaire, soon to be billionaire, and you're making all. Remember when he got on live, he said, oh, I got a 6-figure deal with my bookie. I got a 7-figure deal with this company, a 7-figure deal with that company. It sounds like you're making a couple $100,000 per month. So why would $30,000, $40,000 a month be a big problem for a big baller like you? That's what you claim to be. That's the profile you put out there, that you're a big baller. You're going to be one of the big greats like Kanye West and Jay-Z. Those guys all have exotic cars, but those exotic cars don't bring them down. Kanye West has a bunch of cars. Kim Kardashian has a bunch of cars, and they still got money. They're still generating money. But the way Organik is sounding is like all these cars are just bringing him down financially.
My watch inventory for life. That's gonna get me so many millions down the line. I just collect them. So I just buy them, collect them, save them up. 5 years down the line, I got real investment pieces. Get fly, enjoy getting dressed again. Of course, the clothes line still going, but I just enjoy getting fly again, putting these pieces together, putting different clothes together. I know I always want to push my own brand, which I still do. But you know, when I put them pieces together, there's something about that just draws more people in and allows me to circle back to my own pieces. So it's a plot behind that. But trust me, I know what I'm doing. And right now, I'm brainstorming. Just coming up with different things to do for the jewelry line I'm coming out with. It's gonna be legendary, man. Stay tuned when I unveil this stuff. Y'all will love it. But I want to play with different gemstones and different emeralds and sapphires, rubies and things like that. I had a big meeting with that yesterday. They showed me these big ass emeralds and big old rubies.
I want to know which idiot is going to buy jewelry from Mr. Organik. Like, you guys got to stop wasting your money on Organik. His merch is trash. Now that he switched with those guys, like, the quality seems to be a major downgrade. Because it's pretty easy. You can tell by, they're pretty like sloppy. You can tell like whenever they do content, you can see all the boxes, you can see all the names of the brands. They're like really cheap blank brands. They're actually more cheaper than the ones that Omi are using. At least Omi is using like quality brands. And his prices are actually not that bad. I was actually looking at Omi and the Hellcats merch, and he's selling it pretty affordable. But again, Omi has more, he has more supporters than Organik. I think Organik has a very small niche. But again, I'm like, why are these people buying this garbage? Like, when he was actually getting his merch through Victorious USA, and there was another company in Los Angeles. It's like in the fashion district. Like, at least he was getting some decent quality. But now he just lowered his standard working with these guys just because these guys apparently have partnerships with other celebrities. Like, you're just lowering the quality of your materials, putting your brand on there. And most people, when they buy it, they realize after a couple washes, like, they just bought a bunch of trash, really.
That we can use for stuff. Like I said, some of the meetings I just can't show y'all, but that is one of the reasons I'm here is the jewelry line collection I'm doing. That's gonna be legendary. And I'm doing one store right now, but I'll probably work with another one too. So I'm trying to get two different, stores to get behind me so I can do these pieces and these collections.
Why would you go to Switzerland for jewelry? Like, this is how you know Organik has no clue what he's talking about. Why Switzerland? It'd make more sense if you went to India. India has like pretty good, India, Dubai, when it comes to gold and stuff like that. I would go to India, Dubai, probably not Dubai, probably India. India is a little bit cheaper overhead. But Switzerland, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
And of course, the shoe stores and clothing stores. So, at the same time, just chilling and living, man. I just feel so good, happy. I ain't got to worry about hurting nobody. Worry about nobody hurting me, which is probably never in life was going to happen. Most likely I'll do something to somebody else. But who want to live like that, Because I'm always the cautious person. Got a gun everywhere I go. I gotta do that here. I'm chilling. I have 20 cameras inside, outside the house, guns in every room. Just because I know I'm super successful. I want to live my life a certain way. I ain't got to do this here. And once again, me, It's different being paranoid and just having PTSD. It's not being scared, just being cautious. And I know what I'm capable of. I hurt somebody, man. So why not just be free and enjoy my life and enjoy my success like I'm doing now? I can wear my watch, wear my jewelry, get my cars, and just I'm gonna have a great time. So when y'all see this progression and see where I start and when I get to here, y'all will understand.
I mean, I get what he's trying to say, but I feel like at the same time he's kind of sacrificed the quality of his living. Like, this man showed you guys he was living in a rented house that's a couple bedrooms. He's got all these exotic cars. But now he's like downsized to a really small apartment. Like, I'm guessing this is probably like 500-600 square feet. No car. Like, if that was what your plan was, you could have done the same thing successfully in the U.S. You could have moved to a completely different state. There's many states that have a very similar environment to Switzerland. And you could have kept a low profile. Like, you could have done the exact same thing in the U.S., just could have moved to a different state, rented out a one-bedroom apartment, didn't need to have a car. But there's got to be a real reason why he just up and moved to a completely different country like that. He wants to set up a completely different identity. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But if your excuse is, oh, well, I'm just paranoid, I'm just scared, that doesn't make sense, because you could have moved. That's how, like, when they change people's identities in the U.S. because they're like snitching or they're informants or whatever, they typically give them a new identity. They move them to a completely different city and state in an area that's like less congested. I mean, there's like certain metrics to this stuff, but you could have done the same thing in the U.S. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, this is what I mean. Like, most people that actually have a brain and they're watching this stuff, they're like, hold on, this doesn't make sense. For him to move to a completely different country like that and not be a tourist, like, he literally wants to move and live in Switzerland. There's got to be a real reason behind this, folks. Again, some people are speculating it could be that he's running from something. He could be under investigation, or he's just going broke and wants to show you guys, especially for the low-brained, low IQ individuals, that he's in Switzerland. So therefore, because he's in a very expensive country, he must be living a very expensive life. But that's not the case, because his apartment is small and he's paying roughly the same amount as an average Joe living in the U.S. Like most of you guys that are probably watching his channel, you know, like I said earlier, most of you guys are probably spending around like $2,000 to $3,000. So that's what Organik is spending in that apartment, which, again, he could have done the same thing in the U.S. It doesn't make any damn sense, folks. Like, someone that actually has a real brain looking at this, watching this stuff, it doesn't add up. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But as for that Lamborghini, that thing is a damn lease. He ain't gonna sell shit. All right, he bought it or rented it or whatever at a time when everything was jacked up. All right, he got it a year ago. That was like right in the middle of the pandemic. And now everything is still, I mean, it's getting a lot better. So things are actually getting a little bit more cheaper. Production has started with most manufacturers. So things are actually getting a little bit more cheaper now. So Organik is cap. He's all cap. He's always been cap, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching.